How's it going, GoFightPow fans? This is Miss Matone GFP, and after a lot of Kickstarter-related stuff, I think it's time we go back to the sectors. But first, one more thing from the Regional Rumble Kickstarter that I got. So, for the past several videos, ever since I started the channel, I've been using this dice tray. And while a dice tray is good and all, this takes up a lot of room. So I had to zoom out, a bit, but thankfully with some handiwork and something that I got from the Kickstarter, this is no longer needed. Introducing the Regional Rumble Wooden Ring. You guys saw this in the Kickstarter unboxing. I glued it together last night, and it stays together really well. Just put it together and you have yourself a nice little ring that sits right in the middle, and it doesn't interfere with any tokens, which is a huge plus because I am going to need all of these, so I don't have to go out of my way and be like, hey, I need this, and that. Or if I were to say, need tokens on, the one side, I can just put it here now, or here, whatever the case may be. So here we are for Deep South. This is the last time in the canon that Deep South would be one major thing, would be one complete area. After this, it is pretty much on its own. So we're going to see Hype McClaw and see what he has to say goes on. 6. A top champion is unable to defend the title. Roll a d6. He fights injured or is stripped of the title. Let's see what happens to General Shuck. He is... Or, I guess in this case, it would be my scientific champion, Stu Masters, since he is the current champion. So, he is actually going to wrestle this one slightly injured. I'm going to add... So, for him, as I'm going to write all this down... Stu Masters. So as I'm writing all this down, what I'm gonna do is in the title match, Stu Masters is going to get an extra fatigue token. To start the match. But yeah, that confirms our main event. Our main event tonight is for the scientific title. It is Stu Masters versus JJ Strife. This is Stu Masters' third defense of the title. Should he win, he gets a challenge for another title. Thank you, Hype, for bringing, the hype. We're going to start us off with our opening contest here. It is going to be a new signing to Deep South from Fire Island. It is Yoko Ohno. And he is going to take on Gordo Bumpkin. Let's see who wins this one. Let's go. And we got Yoko Ohno's fast forward of an even. So now Gordo Bumpkin needs to avoid a 4. Gets a 4. He needs a 3, 4, 5. Doesn't get it. Yoko Ohno with a squish and a squash and a splash. Defeats Gordo Bumpkin in dominant fashion. Defeats Gordo Bumpkin via fast forward. A dominant display by Deep South's newest signing. What will he do next? We'll have to find out. Gordo Bumpkin, I think you're gonna need to really rethink your strategy. Next up, we have another ICOF talent. Red Cyclone is coming back in, and he's taking on DF Gremlin. Let's go. No fast forward in that one. So now, rolling again. No fast forward. DF Gremlin will start us off. Going for a Rumble rating. Red Cyclone has a +3. DF Gremlin has a +2. And it's going to be Red Cyclone that takes it with a Bolshevik breaker. DF Gremlin counters it. Into the Bulldog's Bulldog. Dodged. Thunder Slam. Red Cyclone counters it. Into a knee hammer. It's dodged. Russian suplex. We're going to see if it adds to the pop. It does, so that will remove the 4 on DF Gremlin's side. It's blocked. Tundra Thunder. It's dodged. Russian suplex again. Will it be a 1 or a 2? It is not. DF Gremlin counters it. Into a belly-to-belly suplex. And his pop. He needs to avoid a 2. Gets a 2. He needs a 5 or 6 stay alive. And he gets it. Close call for Red Cyclone. The Bulldog's Bulldog. Dodged. Rumble rating again. And Red Cyclone will take it. He has a higher Rumble rating, so it works out. Rumble rating. And DF Gremlin takes it by 1. The Bulldog's Bulldog. We'll see if this is a hit or counter. It is a counter for Red Cyclone. And a Rumble rating. DF Gremlin takes it. With a Dogface Driver. We'll see if this is another counter for Red Cyclone. It is not. It is a hit. And the Bulldog's Bulldog. Checking again. It is a hit. Belly to belly. Blocked. Dogface Driver. Red Cyclone counters it. Into the Russian suplex again. It is normal. Dodged. Tundra Thunder. It's hit. Russian suplex. We'll see if this is a 1 or a 2 to add to the pop. It is, so we're going to add 1 to pop here. We're going to remove the 6. And that's a block. Red Cyclone, Tundra Thunder. DF Gremlin counters it. Into a Dogface Driver. It's blocked. Thunder Slam. Red Cyclone counters it. Into the Cyclone Lariat. DF Gremlin needs to avoid a 4, 5, or 6. Gets a 1. That will remove the 2. So all the even numbers are removed. Cyclone Lariat again gets a 6 this time. Needs a 2 or 3 to stay in, and he gets it. Can't remove the 4. There is no 4 to remove. Can't remove the 6. It'll remove the 5. Basically, the Cyclone Lariat will always be the same. Russian suplex. Add 1 to the pop. It's going to remove the 3, so then only 1 would keep him in the game. DF Gremlin counters it into the belly-to-belly suplex. Red Cyclone counters it into the knee hammer. And it's a pop. Only a 1 keeps DF Gremlin alive here. It's a 4. Needs a 2 or a 3. Doesn't get it. And that is going to be Red Cyclone picking up the win. Red Cyclone with the win over DF Gremlin. With the knee hammer. Big W for Red Cyclone, moving up in the ladder to get himself back into the Interconstellation title picture. That's how it's currently held by General Shuck of the Supremacy. Unfortunately for DF Gremlin, the Bulldogs just didn't have it in them. And now we're going to get something interesting. I recently actually decided to put a team into singles action. I'm doing this for another team as well in Fire Island. Our next match is Tex Cassidy, formerly a Spice Zone moving to Deep South, and he's taking on Big South. Big South is part of a duo with Steve Stampede, who we're going to be seeing later on tonight. But Big South is going to be wrestling on his own for this one. We'll see how well he performs. And we got Tex Cassidy's Fast Forward. Big South needs to avoid a 5, gets a 5, needs a 5 to stay in, and Tex just embarrasses Big South with that one. Another Fast Forward. I'm certain a certain promoter that uses Big South is not gonna be a big fan of that. But that's what happened. Tex Cassidy with the win, making a good impression on Deep South to start. Whoa. And now we are going to remove these dice and replace them with these, as it's time for duos action. It is the Von Cross family of Kyle and Kenny, and they're taking on Street Justice, Brotherhood, and Streetwolf. It's going to be Kyle Von Cross starting off against Brotherhood. Let's go. Brotherhood will start us off. Going for a Rumble rating. Brotherhood is a +3, but it doesn't matter. Kyle gets the initiative, and they're going for a combo move. Crucifixion and Von Cross Clutch. So 2, 3, or 5 gets a 1. That will remove the 5 from Brotherhood. A huge combo to start off the match. Crucifixion. 2 or 5 gets a 6. That will remove the 1. Kyle Von Cross not wasting any time. Sleeper hold. Pop needs to avoid a 1 and a 5. Gets a 5. Needs a 2, 7, or 8. And doesn't get it. And the Von Cross family, Kyle and Kenny, Von Cross defeat Street Justice. And they did it via a sleeper hold. Man, oh man. The ICOF team did not get the best of luck going into this one. And that's all the ICOF guys, actually. So, yeah, ICOF talent did not do so hot here in the Deep South. Next up, we have The Scoop from Scoop Muldoon. Let's see what he has to say. 2. Face interview sees heel come out. Words are exchanged. And we have a scuffle and an impromptu fight. We're gonna have to make this right now, actually. Well, the former Constellation champion, Sergeant Major Payne, make his way out. Talking about how he wants to get his title back. Need to see who would be best from the Supremacy to challenge in this impromptu fight. We'll go with Reign of Terror. So, that's going to be a fight that we're going to have right now, actually. So, Scoop interviews Sergeant Major Payne. Alright, so Sergeant Major Payne and Reign of Terror are about to fight. This is going to be big. We'll see if Sergeant Major Payne can take on the Reign of Terror. Let's go. Sergeant Major Payne will start us off, and he's going to try to force Reign of Terror to say Uncle. Starting off 1 and 4, gets a 5. 1, 4, 5. Oops. Gets a 5, needs a 4. Doesn't get it. That is going to be it. Sergeant Major Payne making a statement. So Sergeant Major Payne defeats Reign of Terror with the same move he won the Interconstellation title with. General Shuck is definitely quaking in his boots after seeing that one. We saw Big South earlier. Here's his partner, Steve Stampede, in our next contest as the Technician will take him on. Will this end a fast forward like the previous, like Steve's partner's match ended? Hopefully not. Well, it's not, so Steve Stampede gonna start things off. Going for a Dr. Drop. Blocked. And the Sooner Boom. The Technician needs to avoid a 4 or an odd. Gets a 2 that is directly in the middle. And from here on out, the Sooner Boom is going to be a 3. The text is really small. I get it. Dr. Drop. The Technician counters it into a Cradle Roll Up. Steve needs to avoid a 4 and a 2. Gets a 3. That will remove the 2. Rumble rating. Steve does have the better one here. And it's going to pay off. Rumble rating again. The Technician counters it. Double leg dive. Dodged. Fireman's carry slam. Pop needs to avoid a 2. Gets a 5. That will remove the 4. I realized I wrote on the wrong one the whole time. Double leg dive. Steve Stampede counters it. Into a Dr. Drop. Dodged. Sooner Boom needs to avoid a 3 and a 4. Gets a 5. That will remove... Can't remove the 4. That will remove the 6, making the Sooner Boom more potent. Tulsa tackle. The Technician counters it. Into a double leg dive. And it's a pop again. Needs to avoid a 2 and a 4. Gets a 3. That will remove the 6. Gotch backdrop. Stampede counters it. Into a press slam. The Technician counters that. Into a Cradle Roll Up. Steve needs to avoid a 4, 2, and a 6. Gets a 6, needs a 2 or 4. Doesn't get it. The Technician with the win. So neither Steve nor Big South got a win here. And Technician gained a much needed win here. Via Cradle Roll Up. Big win for the technician in this one. Steven, Big South might want to stick to duos action for the time being. Gonna remove these from the tray and bring back our good friends, the 8-sided. For our next matchup, it is duos action. It is Bobcat's Legacy with Bast and Razortooth taking on Kayfabe and OMG Southern Style. Bobcat's Legacy were in Industrial Lands initially, but after the new IFC Intergalactic champion Bobcat Jack won, he made the announcement of moving to Deep South. So let's just say he's definitely keeping an eye on, with Bast and Razortooth being connected to him, made sense. Let's roll. And it's going to be Bast to start us off with a bounce and pound. That's a hit. Bast, and there's a duos finisher. That's going to be Sky High Claw plus Clawed STO. So Kayfabe has a 4. She needs to avoid a 6, 3, and a 4 here. Gets a 6. Needs a 5, 7, or 8. Gets a 7. Keeping her team... OMG, keeping the team alive. Rolling attack. Pop needs to avoid a 4. Gets a 1. Can't remove the 7. Can't remove the 4. That's already been removed. Can't remove a 7. It'll remove the 5. Bast's going to keep the momentum going with a pounce and pound. Kayfabe counters it into a rumble rating. Both have a +2. And it's going to be Bast to keep control back with a Sky High Claw. 4, 5, or 6. Gets an 8. That will remove. Can't remove the 7. It'll remove the 6. And Bast is going to tag in Razortooth. And they're going to hit their duos finisher on Kayfabe. 3, 4, 5, or 6. It's a 3. Needs a 5, 7, or 8. Oh, look, that is out of the ring. And no, doesn't get it. That is Bobcat's Legacy with the win. And that was with the Sky High Claw Clawed STO combo. Dominant performance by Bobcat's Legacy. They're definitely going to be looking to move up the tag ranks. Well, we have one more match to go. It's time for the main event. And let's just say the Intergalactic champion, I've alluded to him recently, Bobcat Jack, is watching this one with a lot of interest because of the implications of this one. It is Stu Masters versus JJ Strife for the scientific title. This is Stu Masters' 3rd defense of this thing. If he successfully defends it a 3rd time, then he can vacate it and challenge for the Intergalactic title. But he does have an extra power number now, so let's go and figure out what that number is. It's going to be 1. So, he has a 1 and a 4 for this match because of the injury. And we roll JJ Strife's fast forward. Stu needs to avoid a 4. A 1 and a 4, gets a 5. That will remove the 4. And now JJ Strife has the upper hand. Strife of Life. 1, 4, 3, or 6. Gets a 3. Needs a 3 to stay in. That's 1 time. So we're going to check, see how many times left he can use a reroll here. Can you get it? Nope, not yet. 3rd time. Gets it. So he has one more use. JJ Strife has 3. Let's see which number is going to be removed. It will be the 2, making that Strife of Life even more potent. Penalty kick. It's a hit and still a hit as per the effect. Roaring elbow. Pop needs to avoid a 1, 2, or 4. Gets a 5. That will remove. Can't remove the 4. That will remove the 3. Strife of Life's not getting more powerful with that. Rumble rating. And Stu Masters takes it. Going for a rumble rating of his own. Probably not a wise idea. And JJ Strife takes advantage. Strife of Life. Only a 5 keeps Stu in. It's a 2. He needs a 3. He has 2 shots. Second one. Doesn't get it. We have a new scientific champion. Though I do wonder how much of it is due to Stu Masters wrestling this match injured. Congratulations to JJ Strife on the win. Bobcat Jack, I'd say he might be a little disappointed that he isn't getting a challenger just yet. But, with that said, JJ Strife is the new scientific champion, and he's going to look to defend that title with pride. Thank you all for watching this video. I've alluded to the Regional Rumble stuff. More people are getting the Regional Rumble stuff in, so I bet the trades and the pro boards are going to be flooding right now as I'm uploading this. So, check the pro boards in the description if you want to get your hands on some of the Regional Rumble cards. I'm certain someone has a complete base set at this point. Aside from that, you can also view the store, which has all these types of cards available. Let's see, what can I use as kind of like an advertisement? Oh, these cards are all in it. So if you want to get my Bobcat's Legacy team, you can get them in that. So definitely look into that. You can also find me on the Facebook group where there's quite a bit of activity going on there as well. And there's also the Discord, which is in the pro boards as well. Be sure to look into that. So, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything GoFightPow related, including an excess number of packs that I'm going to be getting in a couple of weeks, and the rest of the sectors. There's a lot to do. So, with all that said, this has been Miss Matone GFP. Sign off.